ShredMentor challenge of the day number 183. Lots of sweeps today, and here's how it goes. Alright, so we're actually just using a very black metal inspired chord progression going back and forth between C sharp minor and then moving essentially down a major third to A minor. Okay, so these two chords do not actually occur in the same key, but it's a very dark kind of sound. It's very sinister right away, and you can find it all over the place in cinematic examples, from Lord of the Rings to the old Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. I think when you're entering Dracula's castle, there's something along those types of lines. This chord change will pretty much always reliably give you a very dark, sinister kind of sound. So I figured I would go with something like that today for our sweep pattern. I made it repeating because it's actually pretty hard to get moving around between these different inversions. But all we're basically doing is going up and down the same inversion. So there's a repeat note in the beginning of every phrase. And as I start with the second inversion, minor, for C sharp, it's... Okay, so fifth, root, third, fifth, and I'm going to actually alternate pick again the fifth, and then drag back third, root, fifth. Alright, this is where I'm going to jump up another inversion and start from the root inversion here. Root, fifth, third, root, then I'm going to go back to the one I had before, fifth, third, root, fifth. Now I'm going to kind of transfer over from my first finger to my third finger, because now I'm going to need this sort of diagonal motion from 14, 13, 12, 17. I'm going to do the same pattern picking-wise. Repeat that note, and then up, up, up. Here's where it's pretty difficult to keep clean. We basically have the third, and then we're going to pull off and roll across the next string, all across that. Make sure you don't roll, don't bar that, make sure you roll it. And the faster you move, the harder it is to get that motion in there. But make sure that you do make the distinction. We're not trying to press multiple notes at the same time. We just need to play a note that happens to be at the same fret on multiple strings, but we want to keep this a single note melody. Okay? So anyway, that phrase again from A minor. Okay, and then I just repeat the whole thing one more time. So I'm kind of transferring back and forth between the third finger and the first finger, even though they're only a half step apart. So the middle finger just kind of has to get out of the way. All right, so after that last A minor, I go back to the G sharp as part of the C sharp minor. And then G sharp one more time as a final note. Alright, so all together, one more time, more slowly than the first time. Alright, you give it a try. I'll see you again tomorrow.